Julia Hartley-Brewer at breakfast on Talk Radio.
Good morning to you. This is Talk Radio Breakfast with me, Julia Hartley-Brewer. So midnight last night, Greater Manchester moved from Tier 2 to Tier 3, joining Liverpool and Lancashire. At 6 p.m. today, 3 million people in Wales go into a 17-day lockdown called laughably a fire break. It won't be 17 days, by the way. At Saturday at 1 minute past midnight, so tomorrow morning, South Yorkshire also then joins Greater Manchester, Liverpool and Lancashire into Tier 3. And also at the same time, Coventry, Slough and Stoke-on-Trent move from Tier 1 to Tier 2. Is everyone keeping up at the back? Well, let's see if my guest this morning is keeping up. Comedian Dave Chawner. Good morning to you, Dave.
Good morning to you and welcome back.
Thank you very much. You know, I didn't even need the cheering up of your lovely cheery voice today because I feel sort of zoned out with sort of the joy of not dealing with the craziness for just a few days, and it is extraordinary that all those different changes, isn't it? By the way, Scotland today, First Minister of Scotland Nicola Sturgeon announcing a new system of tiers for Scotland, but of course she's gone all Spinal Tap, turning it up to 11. So instead of 3 tiers, she's got 5 tiers.
And if the tier system wasn't complicated enough, you've even got to try and get your head around the new government COVID paying scheme, which is something like a sort of arithmetical nightmare. So there's a lot to get up with. I mean, for anyone that's like not aware, the government pays 62% of the workforce, 75% of their salary, depending on whether they're 100% happy to spend 33% of their time filling out government websites, which only work 50% of the time. So that's, that's basically the level that we're at.
I think that's a fair summary of the whole thing. It really is. What do you make of the fact that Rishi Sunak, I mean, he's Mr. Largesse, he announces the money for the job support scheme, £13 billion in total extra. And it could be, I mean, they don't know how many people are going to use it, so it could be up to £20 billion. And this is support. It's particularly if you get help in Tier 3, but you didn't get much help in Tier 2. And that was why Greater Manchester, Andy Milburn were fighting against being moved in, because, of course, you basically do see the closures of businesses that are just about staying afloat. The argument that there is this north-south divide, and that what a surprise when all the southern places start getting affected by this. Oh, imagine everyone's surprised. The money suddenly comes forward. Now, the scheme has been backdated all the way to August to cover Manchester, but they do have a point, don't they?
Oh, they do. I mean, it's not a good look for the Conservatives, who were trying to win those seats back up north. And then Angel of the North, Andy Burnham, comes forward and tries to win everything back. And you can just see how tough things are economically up north. You know, the mayor of Manchester, Andy Burnham, he can't even afford a suit. He's always doing it in a fleece. Things are tough in Manchester right now.
Listen, can you send your complaints, please, to Dave Chawner and not to me, I'd like to point out.
Julia Hartley-Brewer at breakfast on Talk Radio.